Hey there everybody, we're back. We got innovation and Team Liquid decided to bring out the one and only Mr. Taeja to come out and tackle the top level Terran player. These guys have played several times. It's gone both ways. I've seen both of these players take victories. I would have to say that I think Taeja's more on his game right now, but it's TVT. Anything can happen. And we are on the short spawns of this funky map called Waystation. We'll see what these guys have in store. Innovation played his last game there quite well. Dealt with it, I would say, quite convincingly after that kind of attempted baneling bust, which I don't blame Snoot for doing. I think it was a really difficult decision to go after that, and you can't really just transition out of it. You can't just be like, I'm going to go drone up now, as he has, Banshees, Hellions, multiple command centers, all of his production and upgrades going. So you essentially make it work or you get out of there. So I'm happy he didn't try to drag that game out a long time. Got a super fast gas out of innovation here. Mega fast. Whereas on this side, Taeja's been happy to just move into his regular timing on his barracks. This is going to allow either higher dedication into Reapers or just to make sure that it's even faster to get out your factory and potentially Banshee tech. So some more going to be on Taeja to see if he can sit back and defend this. His gas is on the way as well. But he's sending across a SCV to scout. I like that. Actually, out of almost all the games we've watched so far, there's been almost nowhere, I can think of very little times where they've gone for worker scouts. I'm such a huge fan of going for early worker scouts. By the time that SCV gets down here, you'd know if it was something funky like a proxy 2 racks or if his factory wasn't being made in his base. Like, you'd get a chance to know that right now, whereas if you waited a bit longer to get out more units, you would already be being attacked by whatever a cheesy play you might be going up against. So Taeja will see this. Ah, no. I've been having some problems with my mouse, of course. Sees the timing of the factory, the really fast timing of the factory. Tried to be a bit of a jerk. Didn't really cost innovation any extra time. He pulled on another SCV. And I don't know if he came over and checked how much gas is mined. If he did, you had seen that it was really fast gas timing. Whereas on his side, you can see that like 40 or 50 gas less has been mined. His factory is on the way, but once again, slightly later. But that means not too much in the overall scheme of things. Economy really hasn't taken any toll from it. Both are going into double gas. Could be Banshee on Banshee, and that's it's a funky way to play the game, I must say. Or it might just be one of these guys gets out a Viking and a Raven and decides to be a bit more on the defensive side. Once again, Starport quite a ways ahead for innovation. He's rallied it to his Marines, so I wonder if he just might go for a drop. Tech Lab, no, that's telling me that this is still going to be Banshees. I thought it'd been like crazy if he went for a Widowmine drop or something. Haven't really done those in a long time. Since the early days of Heart of the Swarm, Widowmine drops were all the rage, but against Terran, Widowmine drops not as effective. Just because they have that one little bit of extra hit points, so they just don't get one-shotted by a whole bunch of splash damage. Tech Lab also going down on this side. We do see the really fast Cloak and Banshee finished. And we'll see Taeja is just going to defend this. Which I would recommend. He's got to know he's behind his opponent in getting out his Banshee. So if he went straight for a Banshee, that might be a doomed plan. Yep, Raven's on the way. Raven, I believe, takes a bit longer to make. How much longer? No, they're just about the same amount of time, I think. Nope. Well, 42 seconds versus 60. Quite a big difference there. Command center is started for Taeja, whereas back on this side we haven't gotten that yet. Part of the consequence of going really fast tech. Tanks and Marines are going to follow this up, so we might just see a really big aggressive push to try denying the expansions, maybe keep the opponent in the play in their base. The 1-1-1 opening, still a fun thing to mix in once in a while. Difficulty if you have a Raven and a Viking out is you generally do control the high ground and the vision, so you can generally keep yourself alive against craziness. We do see a Tech Lab on the factory, so he will be making tanks, but as you can see, there's already a tank out for innovation. First Banshee's just getting into position, and at a minimum, he's at least going to stop this command center from building for right now. But the Raven will be getting into position with the Marines. Viking is about to pop out, so that might be about all the damage that Innovation can get done for right now. But this is always going to be useful if he pushes out with this small army here. Second tank on the way. Might be able to get a really nice contain on Taeja. And on this map, it's pretty difficult. I've done a few contain games on this map. It's not like there's like an easy way to just go and take this base. It draws you out quite a bit unless you have tons of medevacs ready. First tank of Taeja is finished. We'll see where he wants to situate that. Now the important thing about the Banshee, which is flying way the hell over here, is it's great for sniping high ground tanks when you're trying to go for this kind of push. We'll just see if he's able to do that. Extra Viking control out in place. Low grounds command center. And it doesn't look like Innovation really wants to push right now. He's just going to macro up. Taeja feels comfortable to move his command center over and put it into position. More Vikings. This is going to be his third Viking, I believe, that's going to get up. These guys are in the right position to intercept this when it comes in. We're going to have great control out of Innovation. Otherwise, he will lose that really fast. Great reaction timing there. Perfect control out of Taeja. Didn't lose a single unit. Got that down nice and easy. There is this Banshee here in the main. Really fast pull on the SCVs. Will only cost him 2 for right now. Do have double missile turrets going down because there's still Banshees being made from Innovation. You can't always have all of your Vikings and Ravens in the right spot. You've got to be able to move them around. This is a really, really dicey spot here for Taeja. Just trying to control both of these armies at the same time so he gets sniped this Banshee down. Auto turrets are going to help win that battle there for Taeja. And you will find this other Banshee that is out of cloak energy. And he snipes it as well. Next Banshee is coming in. It just seems like a never-ending parade. See how many kills he can get. He's up to 3 already. Did find the sweet spot there. He's going to be careful. He does not want to lose another one. Get it. Surprised Taeja just doesn't keep his stuff sieged up here. He knows he's down a little bit in supply. Both the tanks are gone. This is so bad for Taeja. And yeah, he just simply GG's out. I'm really surprised by that. I think that if Taeja just sat back, had his tanks sieged, had his Vikings and his Raven overhead, he'd been fine. I'm not too sure why he kept poking out there. He must have seen that he had less tanks and less Marines together. Oh well, that means that there's a lead for Acer's Innovation here. He gives his team the lead. We will see who they bring out next to deal with this crazy Terran.